everyone, hope you're okay. Bernard here, welcome to the Citizen channel as we look back on a big match, don't we? Look back on a big match, Manchester City at Tottenham, Saturday 21st November 2020 at 5:30 p.m. kickoff. Not the greatest game, was it? Another frustrating game for City. It's becoming a little bit of habit at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, isn't it? I hope it doesn't become like a jinx stadium. We could do without one of them. We seem to have buried most of our jinxes apart from Anfield over recent years. So let's hope the Tottenham Stadium doesn't turn into one. But yeah, not great, was it? So we're going to have a look back at that in this little Citizen channel match review. There's the programme there. I got that yesterday just in time to watch the match, which was nice to get. I'll have a full review on that in a coming programme feature, so please look out for that. Yeah, well, our usual features today, highlights and lowlights of the game, match talking points, match stats, quirky stats, of course, mainly not some great quirky stats yesterday, some quite disappointing ones. Our Pep here to the summer of 2023 at least watch, maybe, perhaps. That's changed, as you know. Rodri's Rocket Watch, yeah, we had a go, didn't we? Nearly. Manchester Evening News, we have a new guy in charge of the scores. I'll tell you about that later. My player ratings as well. And of course, some media headlines and comments by players, etc. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button. It'd be absolutely fantastic. I'm trying to get 500, it's not much, is it? 500 on YouTube subscribers, so obviously well down on everybody else who's out there doing these things. So please, if you can help me out by subbing if you've not already done so, or point somebody in my direction, that'd be absolutely fantastic. And please make sure your notifications are on so you'll know when these vlogs are coming out. And please, as you know, I do little film reviews and TV drama reviews as well, so I have a film and TV channel. So if you or anyone else is interested in that, please point in my direction and ask them to sub as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic. All comments very, very welcome. Please, if you haven't got time to comment, a thumbs up, it's really nice, isn't it? Just to know you're out there, that's fantastic. Yeah, so just before we start, this came out yesterday, so please get it. I think Dave is actually struggling a bit to get it on sale at the usual outlets because of all this COVID thing, so I think he's more or less given up now, but obviously you can still subscribe. The details will be on the screen there, I'll put them up for you. You can still subscribe to it, and of course you can still get the Kindle version, which I got a few of the Kindle ones actually, but I always prefer the hard copy, so fantastic, so don't miss that out. Some great stuff in this. I'm about a third of the way through it. I was reading through last night before I put my head down to sleep about midnight after, you know, with my early morning start. Sometimes I have a day off today, so it wasn't too bad. But yeah, don't forget to get that. Give it a subscribe. The last hard copy, City magazine, really, isn't it? Because we don't have a City magazine anymore, unfortunately. Right, the game. Ferner had a stomach problem. Zinchenko wasn't fit. And Aki's injured, so we have no idea how long Aki's going to be out. But, I mean, more or less, obviously the starting 11. There's two changes to the Liverpool game. Sterling and Gundogan were out, and of course Bernardo and Mahrez were in. The starting 11, Ederson, Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Cancelo, Rodrigo, De Bruyne, Mahrez, Bernardo, Torres and Jesus, with subs Stefan, Stones, Sterling, the SSS squad, Gundogan, Aguero, Foden and Garcia again. Yeah, I mean, I got 10 correct, didn't I? I thought Mahrez would be in because I thought, well, to quash all these rumours, there's no after being dropped from the actual squad last time. He's got to play this game, and that's why I put him in my starting 11, even though I didn't really want him in the starting 11. Obviously, I did get 10 correct. Obviously, just Foden missing would have made a perfect 11 for me, which obviously, there you go. I didn't particularly would have wanted Mahrez in at Foden's expense, but I could see it coming. But there you go. I mean, my team, if you like, was Ederson, Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Cancelo, Rodri, Foden, KDB, Torres, Jesus and Mahrez. So I was pretty close. Pre-match social media talk, I think Mr. Merson commented that Foden wouldn't get in Chelsea or Liverpool's midfield. Fair enough, Mr. Merson, a very intelligent bloke, obviously. Most fans seemed happy with the team. One or two comments about Foden not being in, but I think given the ammunition, what we had available, that was probably, apart from the Foden, in my opinion, that was probably the best team we could put out there. Yeah, the ref was, of course, Mike Dean, assistants Darren Can, Dan Robothan, I'm not sure which one KDB swore at. Fourth official was Andy Madeley, VAR was Kevin Friend, and assistant VAR was Adrian Holmes, who's no relation of Eamon, I hope. Oh, that would have been it was a disaster anyway, wasn't it? But there you go. Match highlights and lowlights. quickly go through these. It was a bit depressing, wasn't it? We not many highlights, to be honest with you. A 2-minute long range Cancelo straight at Lloris. There you go. Lloris either makes a meal of saves or gets stuffed straight at him. So that's the sort of keeper he is, unfortunately. 5 minutes, yeah, we're a goal behind, aren't we? A simple ball, defensive mistakes all over the place. Probably Laporte error, probably Cancelo, a little bit of error. The whole team was sleeping from a free kick. Absolutely disgraceful. For a professional team, 5 minutes into a game, absolute disastrous. And as far as Ederson, I mean, Ederson, obviously I'm a big fan of Ederson. I'm an ex-keeper myself. I'm in the keepers club sort of thing. But he's come at least 3 times in this game. He came out for a ball that he didn't have to. I mean, some people said he would have got slagged off for staying on his line. No, it's not a matter of staying on your line. It's a matter of getting the angles right, and he's made it far too easy for Son to put that ball in the net. So Ederson above all else, in my opinion, was at fault for that goal. And I don't like to say that, but there you go. 9 minutes, some great close ball control by Jesus in the box, but there's a saving tackle, was it, by is it Aldivarel? I don't even know how to pronounce his name. I don't know how he pronounced it anyway. A late tackle, which was a pretty crucial time, wasn't it? I mean, if he'd got that wrong, it would have been a penalty or something like that. But Jesus started really well for me. He was playing really well, and it was a great saving tackle by Aldivarel, or whatever he's called. Anyway, I'm not even going to try now. Yeah, I mean, this did happen time and time again with Aurier and Dyer as well. They were getting these blocks and things in at the last minute, and sort of borderline where they just mistimed it slightly. It would have been a penalty. So I'm not the greatest fans of Dyer and Aurier and the other guy, but no, they did all right actually. I was quite impressed. Another game, they'll make errors, won't they? It won't be the same. Yeah, 13 minutes. Defence was caught out again, but of course Kane had drifted offside to score his goal, so that was fine. But again, it showed just how lax we were at the back. 15 minutes. Rodri's rocket header this time, straight at Lloris. Anything, a couple of feet either side, and perhaps it would have been a goal. That would have been fantastic. 27 minutes, a goal for City, yes, fantastic goal. But I did when the build up to it, I did think this is going to be disallowed, and he was judged to have handballed. So many say no, it wasn't an handball, but I sort of think it was. But who knows with the rules these days? I have no idea where it hit him. I can't even tell. But again, it has to be apparently for the ref to have his mind changed. It has to be clear and obvious. Was it clear and obvious? No. So I have no idea. 40 minutes, Jesus blasts wide after Mahrez barges through, same way that Jesus had done a couple of times. But that was it, really. 1-0 at half-time to Tottenham. We played quite well. I thought we did all right the first half. I didn't see anything to say, right, change the team at half-time, because we were playing quite well. I mean, Spurs were okay defensively. I mean, they're very physical, as we all know, and they played exactly how I thought they'd play in the preview. Obviously, Mourinho played the same sort of tactics he played last year, and it seemed to work, didn't it? So that was 1-0 at half-time. Second half, yeah, 51 minutes, KDB wide, but not a great effort. 53 minutes, a poor Mahrez effort from outside the box from about 22 yards. 63 minutes, Ederson out like a scalded cat again, but fortunately Son misjudged it and pushed it far too wide to actually score. But we could have been easily 2-0 down then. Again, that's the second time Ederson, if you like, got his angles all wrong, got his running out all wrong. And another one where I wouldn't have criticised him for staying on the line. He was wrong for what he did. 65 minutes, the sub Lo Celso, is it Lo Celso? I'm struggling with these names today. Was given the space of the whole stadium, wasn't it, to go through and put that under, again, Ederson far too quick to come out. He had no chance of getting that. So he makes it easy, like he did for Son in the first goal. He made it far too easy for these Tottenham sub to score that goal. He was, again, major fault for me, even though, I mean, Walker was caught out. I think it was a poor pass by Mahrez, and Walker was caught in no man's land. But no one busted a gut to get back. KDB tried, but even KDB, I think, was a bit hesitant. Cancelo couldn't get anywhere near, and Walker couldn't be bothered. I mean, Walker probably, for his pace, he'd probably give up on that one and couldn't be bothered getting back. But again, a very poor goal. 65 minutes, 2-0 down. I mean, we're not going to do no subs by this time. I thought, obviously, the first 10 or 15 minutes, we weren't really doing much. The sub should have been on. It's no good bringing the subs on 72 minutes. And he brought Mahrez and Bernardo off and Foden and Sterling on. He did absolutely nothing. You know, you give them, 20 minutes total, and you're going to have Spurs wasting time because they're 2-0 up. So what is the point? Absolutely. Poor by Pep, absolutely poor. The sub should have been on at least in the 60th minute before we went 2-0 down. Absolutely wrong. We should have changed something up. It was far too easy for Tottenham that second half. We were absolutely awful. 90 minutes, we had, of course, a Laporte had again straight, fantastic free kick, but straight at Lloris again, a foot either side, and it's a goal. All right, 90 minutes, far too late. But again, our finishing was letting us down badly. So a 2-0 defeat at the Tottenham Stadium yet again, as the same as last season. Be interested to know what the odds were on that. I didn't quite look at the odds now. I should have looked before I did this, didn't I? But yeah, doing these little fun bets on City aren't quite working out at the moment, are they? Ref watch, yeah, Mike Dean. Yeah, I mean, I think he gives Spurs every 50-50 where it could have gone our way. I think little things happened that weren't checked because it was against City. I wasn't all impressed, and I think Mike Dean would have to do something fantastic for me to ever give him the bog average rating of 6. So I'm only going to give him a 5.5. I'm not going to go any less than that. I thought it was pretty naff. For the VAR thing with the handball with Jesus, I don't. As I say, I'm not convinced either way, to be honest with you. My little match to put someone up. Possibly one of the most frustrating games. I felt awful after watching this game and during watching it. I've seen for a while, and there's obviously been a few recently. Spurs, I don't think Spurs are that great, and I got sick of the commentators bigging them up, but to be honest. But that just shows what quality the league is this season. I think it's very, very poor, and anyone in theory can win it, and even Spurs playing like they do. And I say I wasn't overly impressed by Spurs at all. I mean, I will talk about them in a second. City, just the same again, wasn't it? I was hoping after the new contracts, the players would have a buzz after good international trips. But it's just the same old stuff, wasn't it? It wasn't working. We didn't know how to change it. I mean, this will work. How we play will work against average teams, but we're not beating the top 6 now. We're struggling, and that's because they've got some better players in the top 6 teams. So against better sides, we're going to continue to be picked off. Teams like United will beat us, even though I don't particularly think they're one of the better sides. But they have the personnel to soak up and then get us on the break. And yeah, I mean, I can't really remember the last time I felt so negative going forward with this team. Obviously, I was hoping once this Pep things were sorted out, we'd see a little bit of a difference, a little bit of a skip in the step of the team and the manager. But I didn't see it yesterday, unfortunately, and that's very disappointing. I do worry a little bit. Yeah, as for Spurs, as I said, I'm not sure they worked hard, and they did have a little bit of luck at times. And they got the quality to punish us up front, which we know. I mean, we know exactly, as Spurs know exactly how we'll play. We know exactly how Spurs and Mourinho were going to play. It looks like a low-quality season, this, in my opinion. It's going to be very weird, whether it's COVID-based and all the injuries and all the circumstances, but it is going to be a very low-quality for football season. And there's certainly no reason why Spurs won't go on to win it, apart from the fact they usually bottle it anyway. But please, I mean, the problem is I don't really want them or, in my opinion, I'm not a big fan of Spurs or the fans, to be honest with you. Or Mourinho. I mean, he's another aspect. Please, I don't want Mourinho to win that title, whatever happens. I mean, please, anyone but Spurs. But then again, anyone but Liverpool, anyone but United. And we're struggling a little bit to find who's going to win this. I mean, I'd rather Liverpool at the end of the day if it comes to it, but it's like anything, I'm just frustrated and confused at the moment how this season's going to pan out. They park the bus, of course. They do what I think I read in a newspaper article that Mourinho's learnt from United. He's brought what he had at United. Obviously, he's got perhaps a better sort of mix of players up front to make the most of this park the bus side. They're more physical, very physical. United are physical, but Spurs are very physical. I've been for 2 or 3 seasons, and they can hurt you on the break. And if that wins the league, parking the bus and having a couple of good players who can hit you on the break, then I think it's pretty sad. But hey, that's how it is. It is what it is, as we say, isn't it? Yeah, so the league table, City in 11th now, 8 points behind the leaders Spurs. We've got a game in hand, but we haven't got a game in hand in all the teams above us. United are 9th, a point ahead of us, so they're dizzy heights above City, so they'll be having a party in the streets in Trafford, won't they, tonight for that, or tomorrow, or whenever, forever. When I get in work, I'll get the one or two United fans I do know making snidey comments like they usually do, but hey, that's War Trafford Ducks back. Match stats: shots 4 for Spurs, 22 for City. On target 2 for Spurs. I mean, last season I think they had 3 shots, 3 on target, didn't they, in the 2-0 win? 4 shots, 2 on target, and a 2-0 win. Well done, Spurs. City 22 shots, 5 on target. Possession 33%, 67% for City. Means absolutely nothing, does it? Passes 313 for Spurs, 597 for City. Not many at all. Pretty poor. Completion: Spurs 73% completion. I think they had 75% last season. City 89%. Okay, but not where it mattered. Fouls, 13 by Spurs and 19 by City. I thought we'd more like 29 by City for all the times Mike Dean blew his whistle. And I've not included the corners on the stat today. I think it's unimportant. It's quite interesting though. I mean, Spurs had no corners and we had 10, but yeah, we all know we're back to doing absolutely nothing apart from slagging off the linesmen at corners. That's about the most we achieved yesterday, I think. Player ratings. My base is 6 for them. Manchester Evening News, we've got a guy called Tyrone Marshall doing the scores now, so whether this is a regular thing, I'm not too sure. Here we go. My base is 6, as I said. Not many players got 6 on my basis. Edison should do better for the Son goal and failed to reach a long ball over the top for the same player in the second half. He's given a 5. I've only given Edison a 4. That was one of his worst games I've seen. His shocking reading of the game was terrible yesterday. Absolutely awful. Kyle Walker, not his best with the ball. His passes infield didn't always find their target in the first half. Caught out when Spurs broke for a crucial second goal. He's giving 5. I'm going to give Kyle Walker 4. I thought it was awful yesterday. He got back a couple of times with his pace, but his distribution was absolutely awful yesterday. Ruben Diaz caught square for the opening goal, but defended well after that. Strong against Kane and read Tottenham's balls over the top very well after the opener. He's given him a 6. Yeah, I mean, I've got Ruben Diaz as 5.5, so just under the minimum. Very little to do, but I don't think he was perfect and he made the odd error. Aymeric Laporte, Tottenham had some joy between Laporte and Cancelo in the first half, and the left side wasn't City's strength. A disallowed goal, which he finished very well. He's giving 5, Laporte. I've just given 5 as well. He didn't have little to do, but he made errors as well. I mean, let's face it. I mean, they had 4 shots on target, Tottenham, so the defence had quite an easy day in theory, but we failed miserably. João Cancelo moved in field alongside Rodri when City had the ball, but that caused issues when City lost possession. Got through a lot of work, but his impact wasn't as big as recently. He's given a 6. Yeah, I'm going to give Cancelo one of my highest scores and give him a 6. He worked hard again, but at the end of the day, if he's not scoring and his crosses aren't coming to goals, it's a bit like Walker last season that he ran up that wing and he's not doing so much this season, but we weren't getting anything from it. So what is the point? I have no idea, unless we can start scoring or he can score himself. Yeah, nice to watch, but anyway, I give him a 6 anyway, like the MEN did. Rodri, probably City's best player for much of the game. When Mahrez lost the ball for the second, Kane had acres of space behind the Spanish to set Spurs away. So let's give Rodri a 6. I'm going to give him a 5.5. I didn't think he did anything special yesterday, as I say, he strolled around. Bernardo Silva played further forward as a result of Cancelo positioning, but often tried one trick too many before playing the pass or taking the shot. He's giving 5, Bernardo. I give him 5 as well. He works hard, but I have no idea what his role is now. I don't know where he's playing, what he's meant to do. I have no idea. I'll just give him 5 yesterday. Kevin De Bruyne looked tired again. So much of City's attacking play is going through him at the moment. When he was an off day, City struggle. He's given me a 5. Yeah, I just thought it was annoying yesterday, Kevin. I think his main achievement was trying to get City corners. And what's the point of that? Because we're not going to score from him. So, yeah, he was the only one who looked he could do anything, but I think he went through the motions yesterday, Kevin De Bruyne, to be honest with you. Riyad Mahrez got no joy at all against Sergio Reguilon and played a poor pass that led to Tottenham's second goal. Not his best afternoon. 4. He's given me his lowest 4, Riyad Mahrez. I'm just going to give him a 5. I won't put him any less than some of the other players. A very annoying performance. That's all I can say about Riyad Mahrez. He started quite sprightly, like most of the City players, but no. Ferran Torres, bright early on and looks full of confidence, but City struggled to get him in the game as much in the second half. He's given Torres a 6. Yeah, I think I would have probably did that the first half, but if he faded badly, he's not all right. He's a young lad, but he's not getting involved in a lot of second halves, in my opinion. So I've only given him a 5. Gabriel Jesus, angry at being penalised for handball for Laporte's goal. Worked hard to provide an outlet, but had very little service. He's given him a 5, Jesus. I've given him a 5.5. I thought it was really, really good first half, and certainly the start of the game, but he got dragged down to everyone else's level in the second half, which the second half was awful, wasn't it? Let's be honest about it. Citizen man of the match, well, I'm going to, no surprise there. I don't think anyone deserves it. I just put a big cross in there. Absolutely no one's my man of the match. Right, Pep watch until the summer 2023 at least. Perhaps, who knows. No Foden, subs too late to make any difference at 2-0. A total waste of time, shocking really. Picked an okay team. Foden aside, but not willing to make changes is a big negative. He's not playing Foden now, so what's the problem? Why is he not playing Foden all of a sudden? Why is he not making substitutions when we desperately need it? We need to change things up. He's not got. He's always happy with what he's got, and if we don't do anything, we don't do anything. Signing the contracts and not giving him or the team the mojo I thought he was going to do. I was hoping, right, team players are coming back from international duty, but so's every team. Tottenham have got players coming back from international duty. So you can't blame that. All right. Well, he could walk. I mean, he could walk. If he did say the players weren't doing for him, he'd walk. So even though he's got a new contract, it means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. He could walk in the next few months. Who knows? But more performances like this, and he will walk. I'll tell you, he won't be staying until 2023. Pep commented to the BBC, "It could be better. We played similar to how we have all season. We did not defend good for the first goal, and they defended so deep. Their defending was 6, and it was not easy. We had our chances, but we couldn't score, and they made 2 or 3 chances on the counter-attack, and we lost the game. We knew before the game that you cannot give them the first goal." There we go. Didn't say it long, did it? "We had more chances than them, but we lost. Mourinho's teams are like this. You make a mistake and they punish you on the counter-attack. It's not easy. Harry Kane and Ndombele are on halfway. The space is so difficult. Our possession play was so good, but football is in the boxes, and this is where we were not good." But didn't you have a chance to change something? Couldn't you change it? Couldn't you do anything to change it? You could see what was happening. You knew what was going to happen. You could see what was happening. Why couldn't you change it? I have no idea. The stats speak for themselves. He went on at a post-match press conference. "We were better in many departments, but we didn't score. The team defended so deep, we're waiting for a mistake. We found some moments, but the reality is we are struggling to score goals this season. That can happen. We conceded a goal against Liverpool that we shouldn't. Again today, it's tough. The confidence of the guys is there." I didn't see that. "Now we go to Europe. After that, we have to win games. It's 8 points, 1 game less. The winners always get credit. There's no doubt about this," he added. "They're a physical team, well organised, so it's not easy when you concede after 6 minutes. It's not. They are top of the league, so they are more of a contender than anyone else right now." Well, yeah. "There are a lot of teams in front of us, and if not, it will be possible, and we know it. I think we are not far away, but we'll struggle to score goals right now. 10 goals in 9 games is not good enough. It certainly is not." Mr. KDB commented, apart from his verbal abuse, "I think we played well, but missed the cutting edge. We kept Tottenham to 3 or 4 chances. That's quite good, but if you're not sharp enough in front of goal, it's tough. Yeah, we only kept us to 3 last year. We still got beat the same score. It's been up and down with the players coming in and getting out. Every team's the same. It's hard for players to come back from injuries to sharp directly. I'm sure every team's got their own injuries. It's been difficult to find consistency. We need to be a bit sharp, and hopefully that will come soon." De Bruyne on the Jesus handball. "I don't know the rules anymore. Neither do I. Neither do any of us. I thought it was above the arm. It wasn't handball. Everyone knows it hit him here, but honestly, I don't know. Actually, he was showing where it was. I don't know the rules. I've been playing pro football for 12 years, and in the first 9 years, there were no rule changes, and now there are lots. I don't know why football is a nice game." De Bruyne on tiredness and scheduling. "Yeah, we had about 7 days of pre-season. I played with the national team after one training session. I came in Wednesday night from Belgium. Couldn't go to the club because we have to have a COVID test, so couldn't do regeneration." Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that's a reason, but don't other teams have that as well? All right. I mean, we might have it a little bit more, but it's just an excuse to me. Ruben Diaz told City TV he was unhappy with the result. "Well, join the club, mate. Not happy at all," he said. "We wanted to win this game so badly. It ended up not going the way we wanted. We need to keep working, keep improving, and focus on not conceding and scoring. At the end, controlling the game is being on top of it and winning. We had a lot of possession. We got in some dangerous zones, but then sometimes we missed the final touch. We have to work on that, of course you do. And just a little bit of fun, a little bit of lighter. At PressWitchBlue on Twitter, Bernardo, having achieved nothing on the left-hand side, is showing his total versatility by achieving nothing on the right. Well, so I did have to laugh at that. I mean, that statement can go for most of the side, and not just Bernardo. I don't think he's having a go at Bernardo, it's just quite funny. And at Main Road Ramble again on Twitter, there's no arguing that Mahrez's first touch is amazing. It's just every subsequent touch that I have a problem with. So again, please, yeah, I'm not picking on Mahrez, because I think that caveat goes for most of the team, to be honest with you. Apart perhaps from Foden, who never ever seems to get the chance to do anything different. So I'm going to leave Foden out of that. But the rest of the team, you'd probably say the same. Great first touch, but we're not doing much afterwards, are we? Or we're taking too long with it afterwards. Right, the quirky stats up to Joe. Jose Mourinho has lost 10 times to teams managed by Pep Guardiola, more against any other manager. Mourinho's 10 defeats in these games is more than he's suffered against any other manager, while Guardiola's only beaten Manuel Pellegrini more often, 12 times. So there you go, that's an interesting one. Only against Chelsea, 26 times have Manchester City lost more Premier League games than they have versus Tottenham at 24. It's a good one. Stat City, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is the only ground Man City have played at least 3 times at without scoring a single goal. I don't like these stats today. Man City have still won only 1 Premier League away game. This is a good one. When trailing at half-time in over 25 years, featuring 105 matches back to April 1995. That's 105 games, just 1 win. 1 win, 13 draws and 91 defeats. That's a hell of a stat for a team that's done so well as well. I mean, this is a thing. I mean, for a team that's been successful over the last 10 seasons, that's one hell of a stat. Man City's goals tally of 10 after 8 games is their lowest return at this stage of a Premier League season since the 2006-07 campaign. Man City's points haul of 12 after 8 games is their lowest return at this stage of a Premier League season since the 2008-09 campaign. Here we go, along with Adams Park, which I think is the home of Wycombe Wanderers. Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is the only ground at which Manchester City have made at least 2 appearances without managing to score a single goal. Wycombe, Wycombe Wanderers. And some of the media stuff, of course, there's a full match replay on City Plus if you want to watch that match again. I'd love to see the viewing figures for these sort of things, but they're never going to show us, that would be so funny. Sky Sports, the Sky Sports commentary team were forced to apologise to viewers after Manchester City star Kevin De Bruyne was heard screaming obscenities at the linesman. I think he screamed one obscenity, and it's sort of a word I use at work, and most of us use at work, as all right, it's an obscenity, but please, come on, calm down, guys. And you heard it matching might match out from other players as well. But hey, it's City, so it's important. It's Kevin De Bruyne, so it's important. Get a life, Sky Sports. Useless. Daily Mail. Harry Kane shines for ruthless Tottenham's goals from Son Heung-min and Johnny Lo Celso down Manchester City with ease and send Jose Mourinho's side top of the Premier League table for now. The Mirror, Son and Lo Celso for Spurs top of the league as Jose Mourinho has last laugh over Pep Guardiola. Oh, does he laugh? I never noticed, the miserable git. Tottenham Hotspur, BBC. Tottenham Hotspur went top of the Premier League after producing a display of clinical efficiency and boredom. No, that's my bit. And tactical discipline to beat Manchester City. Well done, Tottenham, with a fantastic game of football. Not. Tottenham win. This is a Daily Express. Tottenham win over Man City proves Jose Mourinho has perfected the Man United tactic. Yeah, I like that one. I could agree with that one from Daily Express. That's not a bad little headline, actually. Yeah, in conclusion, frustrating. And I think I was very frustrated. Disappointed as well. We're seeing possibly a worse pattern than last season. I mean, I might have rose-coloured glasses on here, but rose-tinted glasses. But I don't think we're quite as bad as this last season. Perhaps we were. All of a sudden, in one game, our solid defence that we're all bragging about now looks a bit dodgy as it did before. So there you go. It's a funny old game, football, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, a week ago, I thought we sorted our defence out. Yesterday, it looked like, it looked like a tumbling fall of those Jenga bricks or something when you get the wrong one out. Yeah, so there you go. There is little to suggest at this point in time that we're going to have a better season we did at this stage. At this stage last year, we're going to have a better season than we did. Hopefully once Pep's, obviously perhaps when the ink's dried on Pep's contract and he starts doing things. Perhaps we'll see an improvement and perhaps the players. No international football now, so perhaps all this time now he can spend with his players, we will see an improvement. But we keep sort of saying this, don't we? And it was interesting, a fellow YouTuber raised an interesting question. Obviously, we all quote Arteta leaving, don't we, and what happened since Arteta left. And obviously, we've got Kiddo at the moment who can't really spend as much time with the squad, can he, because of the COVID and his age, etc., etc. But yeah, he raised the question. He did comment. He said, "What about Lilo? What's going on with that?" And what on earth does Lilo bring to the table? What does he do? I mean, I can see Pep chatting inanely and Lilo commenting in the background sometimes. But what on earth? All right, we don't know. We don't. He might be an inspiration to the team, and obviously not much of one. But what on earth does Lilo bring for him? I mean, you know, he's not on minimum wage there. He's not on £9.18 an hour, is he? So please give me an extra, give me £10.18 an hour. I'll come and work 60, 70-hour weeks. I'm sure I can inspire more out of City and Pep than this bloody Lilo character's doing. So, yeah, anyway, as I say, it was a point I sort of missed, and thanks to a fellow YouTuber who raised that point yesterday when I was watching one of the vlogs. Anyway, what do you think? What do you think about Lilo? Anyway, and what do you think about the game? Let me know. I mean, as I say, I am disappointed. I'm a bit frustrated. As I say, we're just getting into the same pattern as we were last season, aren't we? And it is a little bit down. But to say it's early days. Pep's just signed his contract. Perhaps that's, as I said, now the internationals are out of the way. We're back in Europe this week. Olympiacos. We'll give them a good stuff in them, and perhaps we'll bounce back. We've got United coming up quite soon, haven't we? So hey, all guns blazing, obviously. But no, I found yesterday very disappointing and frustrating. More so than perhaps a lot. Even last season, I don't even remember feeling that down, to be honest with you. Anyway, we'll be more positive next time, won't we? Thanks for joining me. I'll be back, of course, with a preview of the Olympiacos game. That live in Monday evening or Tuesday. I'll put that out, so please join me for that. Some great stuff on there as well. Some History Boys stuff and various bits and bobs that are good on my little previews for a bit of laugh. And You Are The Ref, don't forget that. Have a bit of fun with that as well. You Are The Ref quiz question. Please check out my recent City channel, City Pass vlogs. I've put a couple out there recently about City. The City History Continues, episode 9. Covering 1959 to 64, that's out now. Check the playlist. And of course, a game against high-flying Swansea back in 1981 brings back some good memories. John Toshak and all this, so that's also out there. Please check the playlist. It'll be absolutely fantastic. Please check my links on screen. If you follow or friend me on Twitter and Facebook, I do check every couple of days and follow and friend everyone back. And you can check out my little day job, moviegamenostalgia.com, a little website. I used to have a video shop if you've known or watched my vlogs in the 90s and 2000s, and I still sell old rare DVDs, movie posters from that era, 90s and 2000s. Some great films, some great actors, some board games on there as well. So you can get out and check moviegamenostalgia.com. I'll be very much appreciated and love you forever. Right, well, there we go. Not great, was it? Anyway, thanks for joining me for this big match review. Whatever you do with the rest of the day, let's have a better day than we had yesterday. That'll be absolutely fantastic. Please look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your family. Let's all look after each other until you join me again here on the Citizen channel, or perhaps you flit over to the Film and TV channel and give that a look. That'll be absolutely fantastic. Please, until we meet again. Hopefully very soon with the Olympiacos. If you're into the City stuff, the Olympiacos preview coming up very soon. Please stay safe, Blues. Bird is saying goodbye for now.